Rock climbing is an activity that allows you to do extraordinary things. We had this idea that rock climbing gear is actually something that enables you, allows you to do crazy things and impossible things. We also think that rock climbing gear is very beautiful. One rock climbing gear, you have to buy a set, you have to compose, put it together, you need to buy quick drawers, a harness, a rope. Our daily life is also could be very extraordinary. Because then we had the idea to use this idea of rock climbing gear and transpose it into urban life. With Topologie, you make your own collection. You choose the strap, you choose the bags, you choose the phone case. You make your own equipment that's going to help you go through the city and make your life better, easier, and more beautiful as well.
I started rock climbing. Actually, I like the gear more than the climbing itself. I'm the kind of the geek kind of person. It's the hardware is so beautiful. The carabiner, the useful to find the function of something new to my world. So I think that's my journey. Of course, I unlike Carlos, I think he's been to functionality of the gear, inspire a lot in our creation of the brand and also all our actions when we do the brand.
So I'm not a rock climber. I kind of fit in the middle of both of them. So I think as a designer and a creative, you're constantly looking for inspiration. Okay, in the case of climbing, you're usually with someone, right? But it is an individual trying to achieve something, are always inspirational. It's kind of the most pure expression in a way, and whether that's an Olympic athlete, doing the 100 meters or a rock climber. So as a designer, you're constantly kind of looking for those kind of stories, and luckily we have one here. It's similar to Ryan. As a designer, you're always collecting stuff and you become kind of manic about gear, details, innovative ways to do things, taking something from one place that's specifically created to do one thing and finding a way to make it do something else. So it's a very natural thing for me to also kind of get involved in from that perspective. And I do think actually gives us a language, although we all have different ways in. I think we share that common kind of obsession around gear.
For creation, surprise. You always find surprise in our world. It's the best word. I have a lot of words in my mind. Functional.
The creative experience. A brand with open arms. Topologie is a brand that just invites people in, literally to build their own product. And I would say that the third, definitely a disruptive brand, when people take things we make with maybe certain purpose and create something completely new or a totally new way to combine or carry.
Purpose. Every product we make has a purpose, individuality. So Topologie is a platform where every person can express their own individuality, who they are, and they must be very free to do so. The third word, I would say fashion. We believe that we can mix functionality and fashion. Usually those two universes were very separate. Maybe sneakers is the first time where these two words start touching each other. And I think Topologie is very much a fashion brand in that sense.
It's easy to say, it's tricky to do, but I think I've always had the viewpoint like pure function. Fine, I think the world today has moved to a place where the two things cannot exist without each other because there is so much competition and there's so much demand on everybody's time and money and so on. Pure function is also not really acceptable anymore, right? The two have to be seamlessly brought together. So it's really about finding the elegant ways or a surprising way to use that function to find that spot in the middle where something feels like, it's really useful. It really will kind of impact how you go about your day.
I think they love freedom. They love freedom to be themselves, but also they love freedom to explore. Therefore, a lot of travelers love Topologie.
Memory. There's so many lessons that we have learned, but I think one important lesson is that you can try new things. It takes a lot of courage to try really new things in the market. We talk a lot, in the years, meetings, strange decisions worked out, and I think that's the courage brought us very far.
It's a very humble brand, and these guys are quite humble people, but they're certainly not afraid. I'm testing a lot of products all the time. My current sort of obsession I can't really talk about. There's this expectation that will in some way improve things, right? Or do something that maybe another bag from another brand or another strap won't do. You kind of only experience that by using it. So I have this ever rotating, I'm just constantly trying things to see what needs to be maybe tweaked, or if something does work, to then talk about as a team and say, okay, yeah, it kind of fits the criteria, or what do we need to do to make this a bit more interesting? Ryan and I especially are talking about kind of overlap. So rock climbing is a very human form of expression that uses a humanly evolved equipment, right? And in the very early days, literally kind of almost made by the people doing it, that is evolved to be a technically quite advanced industry. Yeah, we're very inspired by the functional purpose of things. We usually then sort of find a climbing synergy, but it's not that we're only using climbing philosophies, products, and so on. If something it comes from a different area, but it can, obviously the brand is bigger than just climbing now, right? So if it can be applied to improve people's lives, we for sure take inspiration from that as well.
So for us, this is a very important new phase where we become a universal brand. We are going to expand in Southeast Asia, in Singapore, but we realize without changing anything in the design that human beings in general really like our brand and it's fitting their life. And for us, it was a very good discovery. And now we open shops. Imagine in Los Angeles is so far away from here. The success is the same as in Bangkok, right? So that's very important for as a new step for next year. Topologie will change your life.
One word.
But you say one word.
It's already more than that.